Hello, my name is Adobe Okwe of the Woman Workshop, an online community where women come together to share their everyday challenges and, of course, where we learn too. Today, I'm going to take us through the topic, the must conversations before you say I do. I recently had a conversation with a lady who told me that her father and other members of the family were pushing for her to get married. They were reminding her about her age, like she forgot. Look, at 29, you're running out of time. And so a particular man looking for a wife was introduced to her. She went to visit him and she told me that she had absolutely no feelings whatsoever for him. She found him to be very dirty. A trait she said she saw in her father and one that she hated very much. She also found him unromantic. When she talked about wanting to be a nurse, he told her it was an expensive dream. He just wanted a wife and children. After she gives him food, he will immediately fall asleep. There was usually no conversation between them, so he will be watching a movie while she'll be in another room playing on her phone. But she told me that her biggest pet peeve in all of this was that he was so dismissive of her dreams for the future. She was asking my opinion on if she should marry this man. I had so many questions. There were so many red flags. But I didn't know if she just wanted me to say something that would help her sweep the red flags under the table. So I asked, if you get married and you accomplish your dream of being a nurse, will you be happy? She said yes. Then I asked her again, if you never become a nurse, would you be happy? She said no. That is her dream. She wants to help people. That will make her very happy. So I told her, let me get this straight. You went to visit this man and you proved to him how much of a good washer you are, how much of a good cook you are, how much of a fantastic sweeper you are. But you really did not have the conversation of your hope and future. You really did not take the time to prove to him how important this dream was to you. Next, she told me that her family were actually the ones putting the pressure on her to get married and to change him from within. So I asked, you mean at his age and this early in the relationship, he isn't willing to change, but you want to go ahead with the expectation that he will, after he's already married to you? Finally, I told her, if you think there is pressure now at 29, imagine the next 29 years, because you will still be married to this man. The decision is actually in your hands. The truth I've come to realize is that many women do not ask the right questions before they say I do. We are afraid of having the conversation. We think it's going to be awkward. We think not hearing what we want will spoil a perfectly good relationship. We just assume we want the same things. Or we think it will get better after marriage, that will change him. Have you ever heard that saying that men get married to a woman hoping that she never changes, while women get married to a man hoping that he will change and that she will be the one to change him? It doesn't always work out that way. We think not hearing what we want will spoil our good relationship. And then there are those who fall in love, thinking marriage runs on love. It doesn't. And there are those who get married because they have to, thinking that it gets better when they get in there. forgetting that marriages end every single day. It doesn't always end when you sign the divorce papers. What marriage means to you might mean something entirely different to another person. Marriage might mean companionship and love and loads of PDAs, hanging out with friends, going on dates, getting surprised on your birthday, heart-crazy lovemaking, being rich beyond your wildest imaginations. While to the other person, it might just mean being a good wife, being a good mother, being a good representative during family events and such. You cannot afford to not ask questions. So to not feel victimized, hurt, betrayed, taken by surprise, deceived, called a drama queen or whatever, you must plan ahead. Whether you're 25 years old or 35 years old, remember that chances are you might be married for just as long. So for the next 25 years or for the next 35 years, why not ask questions? So I'm going to give you some questions to consider. These questions can raise red flags or solidify your love and all of that. And they're in no particular order. So just feel free to take the questions and ask them as you want over an extended period of time. Just go ahead. I don't believe there is any rush now, knowing this is a very long period, okay? Number one, how does he handle conflicts? Do you keep trying to talk, but he shuts you off, shuts you down? Or does he like to go on and on about himself? Does he beat you? Does he curse? Does he swear? Will you like to have kids? How many? What if you have all girls? What then? People just assume, but you have to know. Will you be the all-round washer, cleaner, nanny, school runs, points person, the cook? Will you get help? From him? Or from where? What about exes? Is there any ex in the picture? Female friends that are like sisters. How often do they talk? How often do they hang out? Where do they hang out? What about finances? Do you trust each other with the details of how much each party earns and what they are bringing to the table? Will there be a budgeting system? Which specific areas will he handle? And which specific areas will you handle? Do you know how much he earns? Do you trust each other enough with the details? Finances is always among the top 5 reasons why couples separate or get divorced. Now, there are other questions that I have. So if you want to get these questions, you can just reach out, inbox us your email, and we'll send you a PDF file of more questions. You can do that with your partner and keep asking questions. My name is Ado Bilkwe. Thank you so much for listening.